happening? What's happening? We trapping. Shout out to everybody rocking, man. I hope everybody's doing good this morning. You know, we got some terrible news yesterday, so, you know, we're going to have to work this thing on out. We're going to have to lift our spirits this morning, you know what I'm saying? We lost number 7, you understand, Mr. Trevon Diggs yesterday. But there is silver lining in these clouds. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. You understand? This season isn't over, and we still got a lot of depth to make up for our forward. So let's get it. Shout out to Jameson Taylor, Mr. Peter Rizzo. Shout out to Miss Journey. Shout out to Michael Lockhart, Desmond Ironman, Jay Money in the building, Miss Patrice Langford, 5-time champ, Miss Elder Lockhart, the Lockhart squad. Dak owns Philly. Indeed, he does. And that's what we on today, man. So y'all hit that like and share for the squad that was not charging card. Let's go. Y'all know my Facebook is still in shambles. So if you know anybody that follow me on Facebook, tell them to come sub on YouTube. And it is what it is, man. I'm still fighting for my page. I don't know what's going on. But give me a 1 if everything sounds good. Give me a 1 if everything sounds lovely. Before I get too deep into the show, I appreciate everybody that's rocking with your boy. Let's get it. Let's go. And you already know, we gotta do what them haters was born to do. We already know what they was put on God's green earth to do. You already knew that's hate, man. Let's get this trap jump around the corner. Tell your aunties and nephews, landlord need them views. Now let's get it. Yeah. Shout out to everybody rocking. Let's get this trap jumping. Let's go.
I can't see a thing, all this money in my face.
Let's go.
I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day.
Hey.
Ain't no looking back.
Let's get
Came
it.
a long way. Hey, I know that they mad, but just let them hate. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, and we just getting K and they just in the way. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, cause we just getting K and they just in the way. Hey, landlord is showing how to ball, boy.
Go.
You ain't in on the team, you just a ball boy. Real high, used to rock knockout, but it's real now. Real fly. I probably average your career high. We the one they hating on it, probably wanna kill. When they got our own band, we hollin' a deal. Yeah. Long little CEO, CIP the dollar. Took my brother, that made me go harder. That turned me to a monster. Now I'm focused on the come up. Now I'ma run up them comma for the summer, run up them numbers. Yeah. I know that they hate the way the ball man, rockin' all this ball man, street made on the chain. I can't see a thing, all this money in my face. I just blew a bag, ran it back the same day. Hey, ain't no looking back. We came a long way. Hey, I know that they mad, but
that like
just let them hate. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, and we just getting K and they just in the way. Hey, that what make them hate. That what make them hate. Hey, cause we just getting K and they just in the way.
Hey. Now you might think you at school or maybe even at home or watching me through a phone, but I promise you are in the trap, sir.
Trap.
I promise.
Trap.
Make no mistake about it, man. We got some devastating news. You know that. Trevon Diggs has an ACL injury and he will be out for the season. It was all good just a week ago, man. But you know, we got the best coaching staff in the league. I feel like Mike McCarthy combined with Dan Quinn, the best there is, top tier. You know.
Trap.
So if anybody can help us navigate through this loss that we just suffered from Mr. Trevon Diggs, you know, one of my favorite players, a player that I said that I wouldn't take nobody over Trey at the cornerback position today in football. That is my number one guy. I feel like he was just that dude. But we got a lot of depth. This is why you have depth. This is why you make sure you prepare yourself. You know what I'm saying? You have all these competitive players that can take up for that loss. But let's get into this content, man. Is it a bird or is it a plane? What is it, though? Oh, it's nefarious news, of course. That's what it is. Shout out to everybody rocking with me. Okay, let's get into it, man. Doing some housekeeping first. You know, the trap raffle is still in full effect. Osa Odigizur with a signed nefarious hat, man. This is a one of one. It's only $5 raffle. Interested in a chance to win it. Osa Odigizur is off to a bossed out start. You understand? And this look like it could be his breakout season. And every time I post this, I kind of have some regrets of doing it. So, you know. But it'll still find a good home to one of my top supporters. It'll still find a good home. So it's still all good. And shout out to everybody that's participating in the trout raffle. It goes towards me devoting more time to the show, improving, upgrades, stuff like that. So if you appreciate what I do and want to support what I'm doing, please make sure you participate in the trap raffle. So shout out to everybody. Trap. That's the devastating news right there, man. But, you know, Trey spirits still seem to be up. And the Dallas Cowboys posted this and said, thank you for, Trey says, thank you for all the prayers, and I appreciate everyone for checking in on me. This is God's plan. I will be back and better, man. So shout out to Trey for still having his, spirits high and feeling like he's still going to be in some positive type mindsets while he attacked this recovery, man. So shout out to Trevon Diggs, man. Prayers up to him. And you know he was finna be going crazy this year. He just got his first interception of the season, 2 games in. Trey is like that, and it's just a big loss, y'all. You can't replace a player like this. All you can do is just, you know, manage and survive. So, you know, Trey was like that, the best corner in the league. And he's no longer on the team for this year, so it's all good. We'll be able to make it. But this is the injury report from as of yesterday. Tyler Biadasz, that's somebody we was interested in. He was limited, and the word on the street is that he will be okay. That's all they saying. They haven't gave us nothing. I'm sure as soon as I get off of here, we'll get more news. You know, that's just a L I have to take with the time I come on, you know. But it's all good. But we got Brandon Cooks, a full participant. You know, they's talking highly of him, so he's probably going to play. That's all good. That's great news. Trevon Diggs, of course, and Chuma Edoga was a full participant, so that's good news on his end. And Chuma was a surprise. He's been a nice surprise, kind of a Cinderella story as so far in the season, man. Chuma has been playing good ball. I watched him on the film, man, and Chuma been pushing people around. He's been looking like a gangster in that guard position. So shout out to Chuma for coming through. Next man up mentality is real in Dallas, man. It's real. We can do this, people. We can do this. J-Ron Kurtz did not participate with an illness, but I haven't heard no updates on him. Zach Martin did not participate. They probably did some veteran stuff with Zach. And Tyler Smith, that's some big news for us. We got a possibility of having our full O-line for the first time this year, y'all. Trap. And we see our boy Donovan Wilson. You understand? Dono, I call him the Cobra because he be striking dudes. You know, he got the calf injury. He was a full participant on Wednesday and Thursday. So it's looking like we going to get 6 back. And that's great news for this defense, man. He's the intimidator. He's the, he's not you can't imitate it, but he's going to knock your head off. He's going to ring your bell back there. That's the type of mindset we need to bring it to this game with Dono, Mr. Number 6. You understand? He's going to hit you real hard, and I love it. We need that type of intensity coming on the back end of this defense. So I think he kind of represents it well, too. Our safety group is just different, ain't it, y'all? It's just trap. You got Dono, you got J-Ron, like we got the gangster safety group in the league for sure. But let's continue into the content. We know we talked about Tyler Biadasz, but it says that he will be okay. That's all they say. That's per Adam Scheffner. It says that Tyler will be okay. That's all they said. So hopefully, that means it's minor. You can't trust the Cowboys these days. Every time somebody get hurt, they say it's minor, They said Tyler Smith was minor too. And then next thing you know, he hasn't played this year yet. But I thought this was an interesting statistic. The highest point differential through 2 weeks since 1990. That's your Cowboys. And, the New England Patriots of 2019 was the last team to do it better in the last 2 weeks. But your Cowboys with a 60-point differential. Trap. I think that is outstanding and that is phenomenal. A lot of people going to downplay this because it's the Cowboys, but hey, I'm not concerned about it. We know that we for real this year. We know it's different this year. But, we're not going to let the haters rain on our parade. But let's hear from our leader, number 4, Young Ryan Dakota.
Are you guys getting to the line as a group a little bit quicker this year? And what are the benefits the sooner you are on the line as far as you and the rest of the offense?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I think I've talked about that before. Just Mike's tempo and Mike's pace and the play calling, of just wanting us to get to the line, wanting us to be in and out of the huddle, trying to be efficient with substitutions, efficient with the personnel, and just really putting pressure on the defense. So obviously it's been a good start. We want to keep it up, and more times you get to do that, you get to create more chances of just at plays. And so that's really what it's the end result is us just trying to get more at-bats, as he says, and just trying to create as many plays as we can, just with the number of plays we're going to get. And, and it starts with the pace of operation. So it's simple, and we're going to continue to build on what we started.
Did y'all hear, that was one of my points I made when Mike McCarthy came in, and it was time for him to install his offense. Because I remember all them times when I was just absolutely pissed off playing Aaron Rodgers, and it always seemed like we was the ones that wasn't ready or prepared. They always used to catch us lacking. They'll catch us with 12 men on the field, outsides. We used to be scrambling trying to get our packages in, playing against a Mike McCarthy offense. And that's why I said finally we'll have that advantage on our side. I know y'all remember, every time we play Aaron Rodgers, even in the playoffs, I believe he caught us a couple of times. They get their plays in so fast that it put a lot of pressure on the defense. You got to be, detailed in your execution, just subbing in and out your players. And then I know it makes you hesitate, on big downs, should I try to change my personnel group and give him a chance to catch me with 12 men on the field or what? It has you in limbo when it comes to that, man. That's a big advantage that Mike McCarthy exposes us with. He was doing us so dirty with that. It was just, that really grinded my gears. I know y'all remember them games, man. It seemed like Aaron Rodgers always used to catch us like that. And that the fact that Mike McCarthy get to play in so quickly and get the personnel group, they in and out the huddle real fast, that puts a lot of pressure on your defense to be able to keep up with them, man. So, yeah, I like the fact that Mike gets it in quick. And, that just gives more advantage to the offense. We going to catch them in some packages that they don't want to stay in. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to stay in some of these packages because we moving so fast and we so efficient in the way we attacking them. So I love it, man. Shout out to Big Mike Soprano.
You and your teammates. Do you feel this team is better equipped to handle success because it's been together, what you've been through, or if not, how do you view that? Is it better equipped?
I do think it's better equipped. Starting with the leadership in the locker room, the coaches, and just as you said, a bunch of us guys being here and have been here the last couple of years. And honestly, I think when you can put 2 12-win seasons together, you're going to get a lot of success. But you realize when you don't win in the playoffs, that it really doesn't mean anything. So I think just having that experience is what people are really going to play off and not get too high or low off of one game or winning the games that we're supposed to win or just even in this regular season. And more importantly, guys just trying to stack and build on who we are and what we want to accomplish and ultimately where we plan to go.
Can you talk about that line between not being –
Yeah, man, you could tell this a whole different mindset far as the Cowboys go. Everybody has the same tune they singing. Everybody's on one accord. Everybody's trying to seize everything. They looking at the bigger picture. They very detailed in everything they doing, man. And I just love it. I love it. I think this is the best thing for this team. I think that's how you bypass all the noise right there. You know, the best way for you to dodge and bypass all the noise and all the mainstream media narratives is to be very detailed, be very nuanced into the things that you're trying to attack. So, you know, if you really valuing everything from step by step, it ain't no way you're going to miss the whole process because you're not overlooking no details in any other process that you're going through. So I just think that's the smartest way to go about it. That's why every time you hear people ask the coaches and the players about a Super Bowl, they say, hey, we just taking it one day at a time. That's a reassurance of them staying detailed and focused on the process instead of the whole journey. That's what's going to get you the best results. So I love it, man. I think that's great. That's a great mindset to have as far as our team go.
We're still early, but are you being schemed open a little bit more with some of the things you're doing this season in the offense than you had in previous?
I don't know what's going on. What I do?
We're still early, but
my bad.
Are you being schemed open a little bit more with some of the things you're doing this season in the offense than you had in previous times here?
It's only been one game.
Two.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Mike's doing a great job of putting me in different places, lining me up, having me run different routes, showing my route tree, and ultimately letting me play free.
What you like running over people?
Lining me up, having me run different routes, showing my route tree, and ultimately letting me play free.
Where'd you get this physicality from? You like running over people?
I've been physical, bro.
Hey, man, chill. Will ain't playing.
Trap.
I noticed that too, man. Clarence Hill, you know, he's a beat writer for the Cowboys, but he was saying that where you get all this physicality from. I love it, bro. Like CeeDee, that's something I noticed. That CeeDee is more physical than I had thought at first. And CeeDee like, hey, man, I've been physical. So I love it, man. You could tell that that's something he putting emphasis on to let them know, like, hey, I don't really like that, sir.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
And yeah, he kind of did, JB, too. He kind of did say, like, yeah, I'm getting schemed more. They be trying their best to stay professional and dodge it, man, but the reporters do a good job at picking at them. You know, that's why sometimes they'll get a little attitude because they know the reporters and the beat writers being a little nefarious now. So they get a little agitated because they already know they trying to be a little devious in the way they trying to ask these questions, but they get the truth out on one way or another.
Yeah. You used to make people miss like you did Texas, but you've been running into people trying to, show some physicality.
It's the stereotype with receivers that we aren't physical, so it's. I guess it's my way of showing that that's cap.
He said, "Stop the cap now."
Trap.
I'm telling you, even last year, that was one of the biggest things that I was impressed by from CeeDee Lamb. How physical he was, how reckless he played. And this dude popped back up like a rubber band. Like, he takes some of the biggest hits I seen. Like, he make you hold your breath. Like, he make you clutch your pearl sometimes. You be like, good grief, geez Louise, did you see the hit that he just took? And then CeeDee pop back up, do the nose wipe, and then, we back rolling. So that's something I noticed about CeeDee Lamb. He is a reckless type of player, and you need that kind of attitude when you playing this sport, especially at wide receiver, because, you'll be too scared to take some of them hits or scared to catch some of them balls going over the middle. So I love that we got a player that's willing to sacrifice his body for the play sometimes, man.
It's noticed.
What do you see that stands out most about this Cardinals defense as far as game planning for them?
They D-line, of course, in this league, that's probably the biggest differential than all the other, NCAA and, high school, of course. But, they play hard. They're very, unique group.
Jeffrey, don't make me cry this early.
camaraderie, if you will.
Y'all get the lights up for your boy,
They
man.
they
Don't be
build off
like
one
that.
another's, confidence, and they're a very confident group, very young, and I feel like we can use their inexperience to, our favor.
Was that
Philadelphia's scheme in their background? If not,
Use their inexperience in our favor. Like, look, see, I don't be want to call these people out, but when I'm dissecting these interviews, I just got to be honest with my people. That was Mr. CeeDee Lamb's way of saying them boys ain't ready.
you trash?
You got to keep it professional. You know what I'm saying? So the way he dodged it, he just said a bunch of general stuff and, just to sound nice a bit.
Trap.
He did say he gonna use their inexperience to our advantage, and he just said they play hard, and that's all you hear people saying is like they do play hard. Out of the 2 games they lost, it's like a combined 7 points of how much they lost by. So they gonna play you hard, but excuse me, it's only so much that playing hard is gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of similarities there. Of course, the DC that they have now was in Philly last year. So, it'll come up.
We talked a lot about Dak's feet tied to the routes. Was that slant a perfect example of that? Because he hit on the back foot and you're right there, hit you on stride. Is that part of that feet tied to the routes?
Mm-hmm. Timing is everything, and we've been, heavy on it this offseason. So, once again, being in our spots at the right time is probably the most important thing for him. So, because once he's done it or at the top of his drop, getting 1 or 2 hitches, we need to be where we need to be as receivers and, of course, have a little bit of separation to make the window wider. So, for us, just staying on schedule, staying on time, and being productive.
What's your favorite route?
Hey,
The whole route tree, honestly. I don't really have a favorite. It could be a double move. It could be a curl versus the right matchup or the right coverage, if you will. Love man-to-man coverage if that answers anything.
hey, man, see these. I like CD personality, man. He got one of them like subtle, humble confidences about himself. Like it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? You have to kind of poke him and he'll show you. That boy say, hey, I love man-to-man coverage, so come over here trying to play with me and you're going to get what you're supposed to get. But he said he can run all the routes, every route in the route tree, and that's exactly what we seen from CeeDee Lamb coming out of Oklahoma, man. He was used all over the field. He was a yak guy, just like my boy D.P. Johnson just said. He said Big Mike Soprano told CeeDee, y'all, he gonna be his Jerry Rice. And he said, who, by the way, he also coached. Think Big Mike don't know what to do with a yak guy if you want to. Hey, Mike McCarthy be so underestimated, bro. Like, he ain't been around here just, having his hand in greatness all his career. He helped Aaron Rodgers, too, because we know Brett Favre wasn't helping A-Rod like that, They said Brett Favre wasn't fooling with A-Rod like that. Shout out to Marcus Hardiston with the $2 super. He says nickname for CD is the Diamond. Hard but smooth. Hey, I like that. Hard but smooth. Yeah, that boy got everything you want from a receiver, man. Like, and I told you he's underrated with his route running. And I'm sure his physicality been underrated by everybody. He's such a frail guy. He looks to be a little frail in his size, but CD is a big dude. He's just a little thin. He's not DK Metcalf size and them, but he's physical and he's not no little dude. He's bigger than you think and stronger than you think at the same time. So I'm very high on CD this year.
What's your impression of how this team's handling its early success?
It's 2-0, man. We ain't really do anything yet, and a lot of guys are 2-0. Separation kind of starts happening come week 5 and on. So just staying foot on the gas and head down, still turning, and we trying to the end goal. We trying to reach the end goal.
What's it like?
I told you how everybody on that holistic view type talk. They talking about the whole. He said, man, 2-0 ain't nothing yet, man. That's just letting you know that they're not buying into the hype.
Running guys who are a little bit more mobile. You saw a big run against him and the Giants, and him getting outside that pocket. So we got to be prepared.
How much has DeMarcus Lawrence helped you in this early part of your career, and then how much does he help you on Sundays?
DeMarcus just helps me with the mindset, where to go. He's a big one about the mindset of how we're gonna hunt and how we're gonna dominate, and definitely, especially in the run game where he's like the most dominant. I learned from him and how he approaches it and what he's looking at and his keys, and he's helped me adapt to get better in the run.
Miss Patrice, let him rock out. Y'all let him rock out, because I got something for him when I get done. Let the shout busters rock out now. You let them rock out for a second, because I'm going to make sure he know that he's not welcome in the trap now. Let him know. Trap. Screw it, man. Yeah, you can go and get it. Eagles win the division early, sir. Hey, man, y'all put them shout busters in the trap.
Shout, but shout it. Shout, but shout it. Shout, 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 shout. Shout, but shout it. Shout, but shout it. Shout, but shout it. Shout, 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 shout. Shout, but shout it.
Man, he gonna have me slime.
Creeping on the come up, baby. Yeah. What's up, Curtis? I'm sick of you, Scotty.
See, that's why we don't play around with those kinds.
Trap.
It's 2-0, man. We ain't really do anything.
We ain't did nothing. CD said we ain't on that.
Guys were a little bit more mobile. You saw a big run against him and learn from him and how he approaches it and what he's looking at and his keys, and he's helped me adapt to get better in the run. Yeah, I do.
Like at what point, you were talking, I think, on the Pat McAfee show about just growling and scaring rookies and things like that. At what point did the lion kind of become your entire personality and stuff?
I just adapted to it. I feel like some things you just got to embrace, and I feel like my energy and positivity, the things that I'm trying to bring into the guys and finding their own ego and finding themselves. I know I joke a lot around about it, but like I really feel like that's just who I am and who I want to be. And like when I always get my chance to talk in front of the room, I talk about the lion hunt and like the preciseness and how methodical it has to be and how lions have to work as a team to get what they need and so they can feed their families. I said, if you look at this is what we are, bro. Like we out here trying to hunt this guy and we trying to kill these people so we can feed our families. Like that's our why. I said no matter if it's nature or in life, everyone has a why. And like every week we get a chance to go out there and fight for ours. So I said we got to be a pack of lions. And
yes, I did, Mr. Keith. Yes.
Trap.
Hey, man, I don't know if y'all was on that, but it was a viral video from about 10 years ago. Y'all know I'm just silly. I still remember it because it was hilarious. So I brought it to the show, But, man, did y'all hear the explanation with Micah saying why he's the lion? He said we got to hunt. We got to have that mentality. We got to go kill, hunt, just to feed our family. Sometimes we got to work together. Sometimes we got to have a team to go and make sure we can provide for our people now. I love it. I love it. Now, some people thought it was just as simple as him being from Penn State. But no, I could tell that Micah really, really embodies that. That's why he always talking about it. The lion is hungry. He really feels like, that's his spirit animal. That kind of channels him to get into the mindset that he need, man. I love it. The lion is always hungry. And he was talking about that crawl he do. I seen somebody call it the Parsons prowl. I said, hey, that is fire.
Trap.
I'm not taking credit for that, but that is flames right there. Whoever said it, y'all need to take y'all stuff and, represent it because that was dope. But the Parsons prowl, I could see that being something dope right there. And he was looking for a name for it, too, because, we first seen it at practice when he was messing with Dak. He was trolling Dak and everybody like, look what he did to Dak. Look what he's saying to Dak. And, he said that's what somebody told him, hey, you might need to do that for real. And he took on and said, hey, that's John dope. Carl Main in the business said that crowd he be doing would scare me, no lie. Hey, it is so gangster though, right? He looked like a real beast doing that, man. I love it. I think that is just something super dope that Micah do. Like, and I don't think I ever seen nobody else do nothing like that. And it fit him. it fit him too. Like, so that's just dope. That's some very intimidating stuff. Like, man, this dude is crawling out here, y'all. Like, that's very alarming right there, man. That's very alarming.
Tay's a Jaguar, and everyone's just finding her. And then Mozzie said he's an orca now because I bring up the orca talk and how they. So everyone is just finding their own identity of who they want to be. So it's pretty cool, and that's why I do it.
When did you come up with the 6 we had to continue that hunger and that relentlessness to get the end goal?
Just know there's always out more, and you just got to keep your humility and your faith going, and you just got to stay as grounded as you can and walk with God, man. And just stay where you at in the moment, and don't look too far ahead, and don't say, oh, we done this. And just reminder, we're 2-0 because of execution and how we prepared. Execution meets the game. You see the
class, he has 3 sacks. What have you seen from his development and kind of what's clicking probably?
This Micah Parsons on Osa.
Yeah, Osa's coming for everything that he wants and deserves. He's trying to make a statement saying, hey, I could be a premier D tackle guy too. And, he asked me a bunch of questions and I feed him what I think. And I think now Osa's doing a way better at feeling a rush after I told him you got to stop anticipating what you want to do. Set your rushes up. Use your power. Use what God gifted you. Osa's a big, strong old dude. So I was like, bro, you got to show people you're not a finesse guy. Like, now everyone could be a finesse. And once he started incorporating his power and showing people, then bringing out his finesse, he's been creating a lot of success. So I think he can be an 8 to 10 sack guy.
8 to 10 sack guy?
Trap.
When you've been on a team before, you know how good it is to have those type of guys in the locker room, like just giving tips and, giving people perspective. Like, because it's crazy because some people, sometimes some people just don't relate to the coach well enough, or the coach might not relay the message good enough for every single body. And then it might take your person, it might take your homeboy to be like, nah, bro, you know how we do this, and the way your homeboy tell you, it make a whole lot more sense. So it's just good to have that nice camaraderie in the locker room, man. And that mindset, that relationship like that in the locker room is gonna push the whole team forward, because we realize that, everybody don't learn at the same pace. Everybody don't really, catch on at the same time. So when you can get somebody great like Micah Parsons helping Osa Odighizuwa get to where he need to be, somebody great like DeMarcus Lawrence coaching up Micah Parsons as a young player to get him where he need to be, that's when you get that defense and it turn into him now.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
That's when that defense start turning into something, a force to be reckoned with, a force that can't be stopped. You understand? That's what I feel like. Even without Trey, man, I still feel like we can wreck shop around here.
Works out a lot. He was just talking about like the amount of work that he put in. The teammate. Do you notice when a guy is putting that level of
talking about Osa work in it? I mean, work ethic.
Yeah, for sure. When I see Osa in the weight room, I don't go nowhere near Osa. I let him do what he likes to do. Every time you go in there, Osa got some heavyweight going, and I'm not lifting no heavyweight. I tell Ish that too. So, I stay away from him. But you like, damn, like every time you look in there, he's in a full drenched sweat, and he's in prime mode. So, that's Osa's work ethic and who he is, and he hasn't changed from it since the day he got here.
Mike, after the fumble, you were looking for somebody in the corner. Who were you looking for if he stands up?
Yeah, I had my uncle in the suite, man, and it was his first game at AT&T, and just at that time, he literally went up to the owner's suite to get food, and he missed out on his game ball. So I said, you just missed a moment of a lifetime. So, that's bad luck on him.
Hey, it's crazy. You remember, I told y'all when I was at training camp, I'm pretty sure he talking about the uncle that I met. And he seemed like he just like Michael, man. It seemed like they act the same way. Like, man, that dude walked in there like he was Micah Parsons. So they just got that. I told you, they just got that confidence about themselves. Like, you could just feel the presence when they walk in the room, man. I had the honor of meeting him and shaking his hand. He was telling me certain stuff about Micah and how he, feel Micah gonna be going towards the rest of his career, man. So that was just a nice experience to be able to meet him. But it's crazy that he said he went over there trying to get on the ball and he was just so happy to be gone. But, yeah, man, I just thought that was a cool experience like when he was talking about his uncle too. But now we can get into some of the discussions for the day,
Trap.
Okay, you know, we got to get over the Trevon Diggs injury, man. We got to survive Trevon Diggs not being here anymore. So, you know, I got, let's see, Trevon Diggs having season-ending injury. So, look, next man up is what we got to talk about. And, of course, like I said, kudos to Mr. Big Mike McCarthy because I feel like he's been a guy that's checked all boxes, left no stone unturned, and made sure that, you know, he was already prepared for any type of injury. Because, like I said, I don't know about y'all, man. I know Bland is like that. I know Bland is ready. So I'm not too concerned. But the Joneses got to realize, man, if it's anything happen like this year is so, what can I say? This year is so up in the air. Like, we got so much opportunity in this year. We can't let nothing just say, hey, we can't let nothing just take this year away. Like one injury, one big injury or something like that, we might have to just say, screw that. Hey, let's go get somebody or something. But not in this cornerback situation, but like if anything else was to happen, man, we can't let this year just go away. Like, no, it's too much potential for this year, and I feel like this is still the year anyway. But I'm just saying, if I was the Joneses, man, I wouldn't let nothing take this year away from me. Like, I can't let this be a year that got away. I just can't let it happen. If you're a smart man, I know Jerry's a gambling man. He's a smart man. If he's sitting up here looking at this football team and then looking at the rest of the NFL, ain't no way you can't say your Cowboys ain't got a chance. It ain't no way. It ain't no way you can't say, hey, my team is just as good as that team, or my team will beat that team. You should feel confident about this football team that we have assembled. And the next man up mentality, man, we already know. We see it. It's in the culture. Look at the next man up when Dono went down. The boy, what's his name? Who the next man up when Dono went down? Ranye Thomas. This boy came in playing just as good as everybody else. You really didn't even miss Dono like that. You know, you didn't even miss Dono like that because of the next man up mentality. And like I said, I got another segment on one of my trap takes I'll tell y'all later. You know, I don't want to give it away this early, but we got the right coaching staff to handle this anyway. And with the next man up, of course, I feel like it'll be Deron Bland. You know, that's my guy, anything but Bland. I feel like he's built like that. He's made for that. When I evaluated Bland in the preseason in his rookie year, he was playing out on the outside. He was playing boundary corner anyway. Excuse me. He was playing boundary corner. So he's like that, man. He can actually play both sides. But, you know, it might take him a little time to adjust because he's been predominantly in the slot since his rookie year. But I think he'll do fine. Yeah, so did Bell. Like this is a chemistry culture type thing. I want y'all to realize now, our coaching staff is so superior right now and so good. We are one of those teams, like, you remember how New England used to be? Like, no matter who they put in there, the team just still keep on going. Yeah. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember we used to be like, man, it don't matter who the running back is for New England, they gonna do good. It don't matter who they suit up. It don't matter who the receivers is, they gonna do good. I feel like that's just coaching. That's just symbolic of how good your coaching is. And Dan Quinn going to put all his players in the best situations anyway. Mike McCarthy going to do the same thing. So I'm telling you right now, of course you can't replace a player like Trey, but the drop-off won't be to the extent where it'll be dire for us. It won't be to the extent where it'll lose us too many games. I look at it like this. Now, I liken it to how we was last year, right? With us last year, when we lost Anthony Brown wasn't like that anyway, but we just had Trevon Diggs alone anyway, right? We basically the same defense we was last year. Did your defense look like it was able to win a championship last year? Riddle me that. Was that defense last year capable of winning a championship? Did anybody, you can't name no team that really burned that defense last year. Trap. I really can't. I'm hard pressed to think of a team that just got at our defense. We were like, dang, like the defense just couldn't stop them. Like, we even stopped San Francisco. So our defense wasn't the problem. It was just the offense wasn't doing exactly what they supposed to do in them clutch moments, man. We had some crazy play calls and some bad execution at times. So I don't look at the defense being just, without Trey, it's just 100% over. It's going to be a loss, but I think DaRon Bland could be that next guy that can step up and be solid. Now, I feel like he can go to another level if they think it's sweet over there. If they think it's sweet, if they think it's sweet over there, that's going to be something that you're going to see. If they think it's sweet, DaRon Bland interceptions might go up. It might go up. It might get higher. It might go higher because we already know he led the team in interceptions last year. They going to think they can pick on DaRon Bland, and next thing you know, DaRon Bland going to have 7 interceptions, some crazy stuff. Because one thing about DaRon Bland, his interceptions was not no gimmicks. DaRon Bland was actually breaking on the football. Like, you can go back and look at all his interceptions. It was never he just got lucky right there. He was just in the right place at the right time. No, DaRon Bland was breaking on footballs. So this is him trusting his scheme, trusting his technique, trusting himself and his ability to be able to go break on the football. That's unheard of for cornerbacks, young cornerbacks. Young cornerbacks don't even feel that comfortable to be even turning their head, you know what I'm saying? Young cornerbacks be terrified, petrified to even turn their head, let alone break on the football. So DaRon Bland was just different from the beginning, and I feel like he'll be the type of guy that can take up for that and step right in and show up. Shout out to B-Bird with the $5 super. He says, the reason I like getting Gilmore and Cooks is that they've been number ones before, and if injury happens, can be again, unlike last year's roster. Yeah, that make a lot of sense because, you know, Gilmore is a little up in age, though, because I have to be honest. I feel like he can hold it down. He's going to be better than most, better than average for sure. He's going to be a decent level, but I just don't know if he can keep up with them young gunners like right now. You know what I'm saying? I believe he can hold up, but I don't know if he going to be just, you know, locked down. I felt super confident with Gilmore going up against anybody number 2. That's why I was showing y'all. A lot of people saying Gilmore was going to be number 1 corner. I disagree with that. You know what I'm saying? We seen when Trey was here, Trey got the best receiver. It wasn't Gilly. We understand that Gilly he just turned like 33 or something like that. So he's up in age. I just don't know how confident I am in him going up against these top tier wide receivers, these young guys. You know. But with our pass rush, that's the best thing about it. We got a pass rush, though. That's what's different. With us having a pass rush, you wouldn't have to cover as long, so that could hide a lot of the deficiencies we could have in our coverage. Our pass rush getting back there better than anybody, so we still should be fine. Shout out to Miss You Got Us to Pour with the 555. She says, peace, landlord. The good news is we got more than just one weapon. Our highlight reel got more than one man in it. Other teams can't relate. Go Cowboys. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, we have depth. You know, it's sad to see Trey go, but then, you know, you sit up here and think like, you know what? What if we had this young up and coming corner that led the league, led your team in interceptions last year? Wouldn't that be good if we had one of those guys, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's just great that you actually do got one of those guys. You do got a young up-and-coming corner who can step right in and be solid for you. So I think with Bland paired with Stephon Gilmore, paired with this pass rush, I feel like we'll still be in a great situation, y'all. Cause we didn't fear nobody. We didn't fear nobody last year. We didn't fear nobody last year with this defense. Yeah, I listen. Gilly can run, but I'm just saying, you know, I'm talking. This is my opinion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Gilly is bad or he's washed or nothing like that. But going up against these young fast corners, I don't know. But luckily he wouldn't have to last as long because we got pass rushers. You know what I'm saying? So, and Gilly is so smart. That's what's gonna have him still being a great defender. he's smart. He's going to be able to predict the routes before they even happen. So I still trust in DQ masking any flaws that we may have anyway. Like, DQ is still going to mask the flaws. So we got the best defensive coordinator in football, in my opinion. So I'm not worried about it at all anyway. You know what I'm saying? We got Bland, we got DQ. So it ain't much more to worry about when it comes to that. Yeah, Eric Scott did all right in preseason. In preseason, he did. No, in camp he did good, Mr. Keith. But preseason, he kind of got a little toe up. So we'll have to see what he do if his number have to be called. Hopefully we don't have to see him, though. You know what I'm saying? We have to see him, we might be in trouble. So everybody talking about Bland. Do y'all think somebody like Izzy get some call snaps, or somebody like Noah Igbenogany? Do y'all think he got a shot? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, what I wonder where Ranye look like at. I wonder where Ranye look like at corner, like a slot corner or something, because he's not just a prototypical safety either. He seemed like he's a hybrid type guy. He's just like another DQ safety. What y'all think about that? Ranye in the slot. Ranye look like he got some coverage skills too. Ranye might be able to be a slot player. Let's say. HTM said they already said Bland, so I'm going with what they say. Okay, I figured that, but like I was just thinking different possibilities, because you got to think, if you move Bland from the inside to the outside, now you got two movements instead of one, because you're going to have to move somebody else to the slot instead of just moving somebody to the outside. That's one, you know what I'm saying? They usually try to do like they usually try to have just one movement compared to doing two movements. But if they going to put Bland to the outside, I'm comfortable with that, though. I'm comfortable with that. What happened, Mr. Action Pie? Tyson Tom says, at landlord from Alabama. That's me. He said, what's with so many of our players getting hurt at practice, though? Bad luck, or maybe need to change a few things? I don't know, man. Is Mike pushing them too hard or something? I seen Ben DiNucci try to criticize, but, you know, I'm not the one that'll be listening to no Ben DiNucci, though. Even though he got some pretty cool hats, though, I'll tell you that. The Dallas Upside Down hat, them being the DiNucci hats. So he do got some pretty cool hats, though. But I'm not finna listen to him when he's criticizing my coaching staff. Like, I trust my coaching staff over being DiNucci. But he did question and say, why we doing one-on-ones in practice? So, you know, I still ride with my coaching staff. HTM Sports in the building says Jordan Lewis will be the starting slot. I figured that. Their thought process is trying to put their best three corners on the field. Don't know if I feel about Bland on the outside from prolonged period, though. I think I'm confident in Bland, man. I seen Bland with some nice characteristics showing that he could be serviceable. He could be better than serviceable on the outside. You know what I'm saying? And every DB gonna get caught on. So if Bland give up a catch, don't go crazy. Don't be in shambles, you know. DBs will get caught on, but long as they are not the reasons that we getting beat, long as they ain't giving up 100-yard gains and stuff like that, and the people just going crazy, normal guys, your cornerbacks will be fine. You know what I'm saying? And if they giving up 100-yard gains, I feel like that's an L for the that'll be an L for the pass rush too, because our standard is not to let the quarterback get off like that. But let's see, man. It look like my what them lights looking like? You know, do I gotta cry? Let me see if I need to cry yet. I don't know. Let me see. That ain't gonna get it, y'all. It's 181 people in here and just 100 likes. Come on now, don't be that way. Y'all gonna make me cry? You mean to tell me it's 81 people in here that won't hit the like button? You gonna disappoint a baby? What more do you want from me? You got me staring out the window. Now you gonna make me give you that ugly cry. Oh my goodness. Hit the like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. Don't behave that way. Don't behave that way. We got one dislike hater in the building up here, man. So y'all know we don't let the haters win. You know, we the ones, we gonna drain him out. So it's one like, one dislike. We need triple that. You understand? Don't let them haters win. Do not let the haters win. The non-believers and the naysayers, they deserve to lose. You know what I'm saying? That really is an ugly cry, ain't it, man? Hey, that man poured his soul out there. Shit. But yeah, man, let's move on to the next topic. I think this coaching staff is the best coaching staff in the league. If we got a little hiccup here and there in this roster, I feel great about us being able to, mask it and still being able to flourish. Basically, our defense, let's say this. This is what I say about the Trevon Diggs injury. Okay, our defense was right here last year. It was right here this year with Trevon and Gilly. I feel like without Trevon, it just went back basically to what it was last year, which was a dominant defense. That's why you go and get free agents. Just imagine if we didn't have Stephon Gilmore and we just had Diggs. I mean, if we just had Diggs this year without Stephon Gilmore, now we wouldn't have no good cornerback. Like, we'll have just okay cornerbacks. This is why we be begging the Joneses and Dollar Bill. This is why we beg them to go do stuff in free agency. We would have been screwed. They finally played the game the way we've been begging them to play, and it helped us out tremendously. So I'm glad about it. I'm happy about it. Miss Sadika says, landlord, why are you constantly going through this with these so-called grown folks? They know they just going to do what they want to do. I don't know, Miss Sadika, but we going to keep hitting them upside the head. Like I said, it be early when I go on, so sometimes they just got to stretch their hands out to hit that like button, Miss Sadika. They don't understand how much it helps the show. They don't understand how much it helps us grow. But, you know, they'll get it together, Miss Sadika. It's all good. They'll get it together. Maybe they don't know if they like me yet. You know what I'm saying? They don't know if they like me yet, and, you know, I have to convince them or something. I don't know. Dak Owens Philly says, oh, you talking to somebody. My bad. Big Gibson in the building says, our front seven ain't going to give no team no time to look down the field long anyway. Our average rush pressure is 1.5 to 2.5 seconds. You ain't lying. And look, if you planning to throw long, you better be an accurate quarterback, because our secondary is still nice. Deron Bland is still a ball hawk. You know what I'm saying? So I just love the fact that they going to still be trying and still be getting them L's. That's what I love about it. Action Power said, no, Lamb, because Trey still had that fear factor. Gilly don't possess that anymore at 33. I don't know, man. I hope he do. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I like Gilly. I think he going to still do good. You know what I'm saying? But that boy Trey was different, man. It ain't no man. You can't replace that. That boy Trey was different. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's a huge loss for anybody. You don't have all pros just growing off trees out here. You just don't. Like, you just not walking outside stumbling over all pro cornerbacks. You just can't do it, man. So that's just an L we're going to have to take. But I think this team is well equipped to be able to deal with it and be able to thrive through it. Not survive. We still can thrive, y'all. We still can thrive. We was saying we'll call anybody on this defense last year, and we had Anthony Brown over there. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of Anthony Brown, I think they said he got cut, which I'll bring him back for a cup of coffee. Who knows? Like, hey, I would, you know what I'm saying? Hey, call Anthony Brown back, you know what I'm saying? Say, hey, big head, we sorry, sir, we sorry. Just for some depth, I'll bring Anthony Brown back, you know. He stepped right in and be ready to play. You know what I'm saying? Tommy Montoya says, landlord, my son asked if I am watching Kevin Gates. What? They say you sound like Kevin Gates. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. They say I sound like Ricky Smiley, unfortunately. And like it be funny when they say that because, you know, Ricky Smiley literally from Birmingham. So, yeah, he from my city. You know what I'm saying? So, if it is a similarity, you know, that's why. He literally from Birmingham. ATM Sports said, I would, but report from Giant Slater stated Anthony Brown was not in the Cowboys' plans. Hey, I bring him in. Hey, he ain't gonna turn down no money, ATM. Do we need to go in and go call Anthony Brown ourselves? Shit. Hold up, AB got signed by the Cards, ain't it? Nah, he got signed by the 49ers. He just got signed by the 49ers, and then I heard they say he got cut like the day after. So, yeah, he signed 1 year deal with the Niners. And they cut him, Big Duke, if I ain't mistaken. Nah, he ain't better than Bland now. Nah, he ain't better than Bland. Bland doing stuff Anthony Brown ain't never do. Bland doing stuff Anthony Brown ain't never did before. But let's get into, nah, that ain't it. Let's see. Bam. Nah, not that one. Bam. Okay, now the Op Watch. We can talk about this for a second. Cowboys can expose their coverage. Can they guard us? Absolutely not. Trap. We know them boys can't guard us, y'all. It ain't nothing they can do. It's unfortunate that they got to play the Cowboys, you know, and we at full strength. But they do have one good player. That's Xavier Collins. He's a good linebacker, man. He had 125 tackles last year out of Tulsa. He's just a 2-year player. He's a young player. I had to dig to find somebody to even put on the graphic. You know it's bad. But I do like the fact that he's a 4'6" guy. He's a 4'6" guy at linebacker. He's big. He got a lot of potential. A lot of he's pretty much a prototypical linebacker, what you'll want to see. 6'4", like 250, and the boy running like a 4'6". But I know Mike McCarthy is licking his chops because he gonna be putting Tony Pollard out the backfield and exposing this dude. He can't guard Tony though. He can't guard Tony. He probably going to be pretty dope against the run. You know what I'm saying? He's a pretty striking linebacker. But if you expose him and put him in coverage trying to deal with Deuce Vaughn or Tony Pollard or Turpin coming out the backfield, good luck. So look for some swing plays out the backfield for the running backs. You know, Mike McCarthy understands how to manipulate the coverage. Like, it might not look like a backward flip, flea flicker like them beautiful losses Kellen Moore be doing, but it's going to be very effective. That's why when you seen us playing the Jets, you seen us doing little simple dump offs and it go for 13 yards. That's how you do it right there. That's how you do it. You just do a little screen pass, that's 13 yards. And this is against a top tier defense. So just imagine if we playing somebody who is inferior. Mike McCarthy is finna be able to do whatever he want to do against this defense, man. And we are full strength. We got the potential to be at full strength against this team, too. You know, they saying Tyler Smith should be able to play. Brandon Cook should be able to play. And now the only person I'm a little iffy about is Tyler Biadasz. I'm not sure if they're going to say he can play or not, but if Tyler Biadasz can man up and still play, this will be the first time our offense will be at full strength this season. So I think that'll be something to see, man. I can't wait to see this team fully assembled, get into their rhythm and get into their chemistry. This O-line going to be underrated, too. When Tyler Smith come back, sir, listen here. Them boys is finna be some gangsters.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
Listen, think about your line, y'all. Which side? I wouldn't even know which side is the best to run on. You know what I'm saying? Like, which side would you recommend to run on? Because both sides are strong. You'll have who? You'll have Terrence Steele on the right side with Zach Martin. That's a gangster combo in the run game. Or you'll either have Tyron Smith with Tyler Smith. That's a dope, strong run game formation. So we'll be strong on both ends when it comes to the run game if we can get our line at full strength. Like, the right side will probably edge them out, but hey, Tyron and Tyler ain't nothing to sneeze at either, ATM. Trap. They ain't nothing to sneeze at either. That boy Tyron, Tyler, a young bull. And then Tyron Smith still looking like himself out there. So, hey, man, we'll have a nice line. This is the line I dreamed about when we was able to say that Tyron was going to come back. This the line I was dreaming about. Tyron at left tackle. And you ain't had many problems with him over there either. Since he been at left tackle, Tyron been playing ball. That boy been playing ball. Here go to Quincy. You know, he's that dude off Charlie Brown, you know, when they be on the phone and it be all gibberish. All he said, Dak. That's all he said. I don't want to have to slide on my own people, man. DeQuincy, why you be doing it? Why you always got to talk about Dak, man? Just let me know. Oh, yeah, we found out why. Because you a Romo guy. You can like Romo and Dak at the same time, man. He ain't did nothing to you. Dak ain't did nothing to you, man. Dak got the easiest job in the world. Man ain't got no way we shouldn't go all the way. Dak got the easiest job in the world. It's crazy, this, man. I don't know what did Dak do to you, man? I just want to know that, you know. What did he do? Willie T says the Jets was a top defense, so what is the Cardinals defense? That mean they barbecue chicken, so that was That mean they barbecue chicken and they finna get ate up. Know what I'm saying? Dak finna show you who he is. You know he gonna be surgical.
You know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jay.
Surgical with it. And look for the tight ends to cut up too. Because them linebackers, I don't think they can cover. Big Dude said, man, please, quarterback ain't no easy job. No matter the O-line you have, is very complex. Absolutely. I don't know why DeQuincy just can't stand Dak Prescott. I told you he wake up in the morning, stretch, you know what I'm saying? Before he brush his teeth, he's hating on Dak Prescott. Trap. The hate comes first. Like, he ain't even got out the bed yet, and he's hating. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know. D-Block said he might be a Trey Lance guy. Nah, he's a Romo guy. We got down to the science, Mr. D-Block, because we've been wondering forever. Like, it don't matter what topic we talking about. DeQuincy is going to talk about that. You know, we could be like, hey, man, it's beautiful weather out here in Birmingham, Alabama. He gonna be like, yeah, because, you know, Dak can't play in the rain. You know what I'm saying? Trap. Like, I just don't know what to do with this dude. Know what I'm saying? Hey, DeQuincy, man, you know, it's in good fun, but boy, you make it hard, boy. I ain't gonna lie, you make it hard to do this, cause you just hell-bent on Dak forever. Big Dude said, man, Romo been gone almost a decade. Get over it, bro. I don't know, man. I don't know. Angel said this is going to make our Super Bowl story even better. You ain't lying. Without Diggs, man, we win this Super Bowl without Diggs, bro. They better not say nothing to me, sir. Them folk better not say nothing to me. I don't want to hear nothing from no one. Y'all can't say nothing to me if we win this Super Bowl without Diggs, bro. Y'all need to hush. They should be banished to the upside down like Stranger Things. Y'all should be banished now. I don't want to hear nothing you say. If we get this done still, I feel like we are the best. But now, you know, we understand that they can't guard us. Our receivers finna eat. They don't have no kind of top-tier cornerbacks. Like, CeeDee finna go crazy. Brandon Cooks finna go crazy. Like, Dak finna be surgical and dominate these boys. And the only hope they got is if the run game is doing well. That'll be the only reason that the pass game just don't annihilate these dudes. Like, if the run game going well, Mike's so smart, he'll just stick with the run game. I told y'all, the way he operate, he's not just going to sit up and just show y'all his whole bag of tricks for no reason. He's not going to do that. And it makes sense. Mike McCarthy, why would you put more on tape than you have to? If I can get an easy win showing y'all a good, 20% of my playbook, that's what I'm going to do. And let you wonder about the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? That's a great way to do it. Y'all know Mike McCarthy like to be close to the vest. But now, let's get into my trap take of the day, you know? Trap. I trust our coaches, y'all. I do. Mike McCarthy won a Super Bowl without 18 starters. Do that sound like a guy that know how to hire this one starter? You should trust in him too. You understand? This boy, how in the world? Look, when I heard this stat, I said, man, how you had 18 starters? Hey, it ain't nothing but 11 players on one side of the ball. Mike did it without 18. So he could have had a whole full offense that went there. You know, we understand it's intertwined, but good grief, 18 starters? Bart Scott, I think that wasn't Bart Scott. It was one of them guys that played for Mike McCarthy on TV. It could have been Bart Scott. I'm not sure. But he played for Mike McCarthy, and he was saying, like, man, I believe in Big Mike. Basically, Mike McCarthy will be the one who can pull this off because he's seen him do it before. So I trust our coaching staff, man. This is one of the few times I can remember being a Cowboy fan that I got the utmost confidence, trust, and respect in our coaches to do exactly what we need to do, man. Listen, DQ done been there and done that. Mike McCarthy done been there and done that. And then they're not trying to prove nothing. They understand what they have to do. They understand that this combination between Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn, the result need to be a Super Bowl. The result need to be a Super Bowl. It don't need to be just NFC championships and division wins. They know that they are so great that they expected to win a Super Bowl. So that's what they on. That's the type of time they on. That's what the big goal, the end goal. That's exactly what they trying to do. You know what I'm saying? It's one of them dudes. It's one of them dudes that was on the mainstream media. You know, I barely watch it, but it came on my timeline some kind of way, and I had to look at what they were saying about my team. But I can't remember who it was though. Can't remember who it was. But he did say, you know, he trusts in him because he was there when he was on the Super Bowl team though. He was on the Super Bowl team. But without 18 starters, our coach, Mike McCarthy, Big Mike Soprano, still got the job done. So don't think without Trey, that just means it's the end of the world. We still got a lot of depth on this team. We still got a lot of talent on this team. And you know you still got Michael Parsons on this team.
It's me, I'm him, I'm not them. I'm him Jones, I'm him Duncan.
Somebody like Michael Parsons, sir, you always got a shot to do it. You know what I'm saying? You always got a shot to do it. So I love the fact that we got the right coaches. Not good coaches, not that coach, not that coach. We got the right coaches to get it done. And I trust them. I trust them. I couldn't say this last year. I couldn't say this year before that. I couldn't say this in the Garrett era. I couldn't say it. But I trust these coaches to do exactly what we need to do. I told you, we almost on that same type of time New England was. We almost on that same type of time those other teams, well, it don't matter who you substitute, it still seems like they produce. That's what kind of team we on. We seen it with Marquise Bell, right? We seen it with Ranye Thomas. Them dudes got in and they look like superstars all of a sudden. Trap. These dudes looking like superstars. Brandon Cooks go down, Jalen Tolbert go out there and make first downs left and right like it's easy, like he been doing it for years. So this coaching staff understands how to put emphasis on the best things that they players can do and put us in the right situations to be successful. I just love it. Mr. Tyson Tom says, landlord from Alabama still makes me mad that Garrett got an error and shit. Trap. That man had a decade, man. That man had a decade, y'all. That's crazy. To think about, out of them 28, Jason Garrett was 10 of them almost. Good Lord. That's a long time, man. I don't even know how he kept it that long. Like, how he even kept the job that long. I don't even know. Somebody help me out. Yeah, they said it was James Jones. I think that's who it was. He had a yellow suit on. I think it was some guy that played with Mike that had a yellow suit on today. Let's see. Jerry Jones is gangster for hiring the one coach he couldn't beat. You ain't lying. That's smart, Mr. Tapp, when you think about it. The one coach, you know Jerry was impressed when that dude came in here in Jerry World and beat him and then went and won the Super Bowl in Jerry World. You know he was impressed with that. He was impressed with that. Hold up, was that Super Bowl was in Jerry World, wasn't it? I know he beat us in Jerry World. Then I think the Super Bowl was in Jerry World too. So this man won a Super Bowl in this building. Let me make sure. Let me fact check that. I think he did win the Super Bowl. Somebody let me know. Cause I don't want to hold up the show looking it up. But I think that Super Bowl was in Jerry World. Yeah, that's crazy. So if anybody was impressed, Jerry was impressed.
Trap.
If anybody was impressed, Jerry was impressed. Somebody come in your building and win a Super Bowl. And then, like I said, one of the other reasons I love it about it too, man, because Mike McCarthy, the way he is, this man then took a whole year off and went and reinvented himself. He re-strategized and everything. So now when you think about it, you sitting up here like, you might think this the old Mike McCarthy, but no, sir. This is Mike McCarthy after he reevaluated himself. That's Mike McCarthy after he done reinvented himself, after he done evaluated himself and nitpicked and changed everything he felt like he could do better. I love it. Oh yeah, Mr. T. Foster. If you my Facebook is in shambles. So if you got Instagram, please inbox me. Cause I got your jersey and I had to bring it to myself. It was some problems with it sending it to you. So inbox me on Instagram so I can get your address again. Because my Facebook is gone. So I don't know what's going on. I'm fighting for my Facebook page right now. So, inbox me on Twitter or either Instagram. It's still Landlord from Alabama, but I'm going to need you to send the address again. Your jersey came in yesterday evening, so I can send it to you. But let's see. Yeah, I trust him, man. I trust Mike McCarthy. I know what he can do. I know he understands what to do. And this is the first time I was able to feel like I could just sit back. All this time, now remember this, y'all. All this time, the reason we've been the Cardiac Cowboys, on the edge of our seat, biting all our fingernails off because we knew we didn't have the right coaches. Now, when we go up into a game, I be excited. I be a little agitated, like what it is. Not agitated. I be a little iffy, you know what I'm saying? I be a little anxious. Yeah, I be a little anxious to see what's going to happen, but I be kind of relaxed with Mike McCarthy and Dan Quinn. I be relaxed. I be like, yeah, they got it. I know we finna do what we supposed to do. Outside any crazy injuries or some fluke stuff, we probably gonna win the game. That's how I feel about them. And they gonna do exactly what we need to do. I can actually sit back now. We used to be worried to death about Kellen Moore going into every game. Every game. Now we can sit back and relax. Tyson Tom says was because of Jerry and him wanting his guys. Yeah, they was trying to prove they was right, and that wasn't good for us. Mr. Taft says Mike McCarthy is in his element now. We got the coaches and veteran leadership straight up. I love it, man. Let Mike cook. What we said Big Mike till it was backwards, and now free Big Mike till it was backwards, and now he free. And now we finna show how he get down. I love it, man. I be going into games, relax, smoking my wood. Hey, we kicking back now. We're not afraid anymore. And what lets you know that we had a problem was we were never afraid of the team. We were never afraid of the opposition. We were never afraid of the ops now. You know that.
Hey, yo, pass me a lighter. I'm trying to smoke me out.
We was scared of our own self. We up here like, man, if the Cowboys call the game right, if we play the game right, we weren't scared of the other team. We up here like, man, only if we do the right things, we can win the game. We just afraid that we won't do the right things. That's all. Now we go into the game, you should have confidence because you got grown adults that's controlling your team. The talent that we had over all these years has been getting mismanaged, and now we got what we need now. We got what we need. Let's see. T. Foster says Jerry fired Wade after Cowboys got their head whooped at Green Bay in 2010, the same year Green Bay won the Super Bowl. He was whooping everybody. Mike McCarthy was whooping everybody. Ms. Ellis said, y'all do realize Facebook have started trying to charge a monthly fee. That may be some of the problems with the accounts. Really? I don't know what they got going on Facebook. They about to make me give up. Man, it's crazy, man. I ain't did nothing, but some kind of way my account is in shambles. Michael Nelson in the building, he said, what up, Fly Trap? The whiners cut AB because they thought he would give them the intel on the defense. Yeah, they thought they were finna get our secrets from AB. Because ain't no way you cut him that quick. He just walked in the building. Shit. They turned him right around. AB walked in the door and did an about face immediately, didn't he? That boy said hi and then bye. That's what he said. Shout out to Tracy Hodge with the $5 super. He said, this only gives the ops hope, but Mike McCarthy already told Trey it's up. The team about to rally around Trey. Wait for it. 100. Hey, man. You right, Trace. Did you hear what J. Ron Curse said? J. Ron said, listen, he said, this ain't gonna stop it. J. Ron said, you best believe we finna step about Trey. And hey, J. Ron had me hyped, man. I can't wait to see how this team finna do. Like, people thinking it's over. You know, them haters is really lurking. They hoping that this took us out. But listen, J. Ron gonna be like, hey, the team finna rally behind Trey. Now this season is dedicated to Trey. You know they finna go crazy. You know Micah finna go crazy. That's Micah homeboy. Cajun Cowboy says check the cash out. Appreciate you with the $20 cash out, Mr. Cajun Cowboy. I appreciate that, man. Real talk. You know, they got you some raffle entries as well, man. 4 of them things. So I appreciate you, man. And I think that the raffle gonna end on the 5th, so y'all still got time, you know, for $5 interest for the raffle, for the Osa Odigizua Sign Nefarious hat. But I appreciate y'all that's participating, man. Thank you, Mr. Cajun. Bruce got the Tyson Juice said they brought that man AB in for a literal cup of coffee. Yeah, they already had it hot for him, Bruce. Look, he ain't even have time to make it, Bruce. They just were like, here you go. As soon as he walked in, they said, hey, what Dan Quinn be doing on defense? AB took the cup of coffee and just turned around. Like, he ain't even have time to speak or nothing. Shout out to me, Patrice, with the $1.99 for your mind. She says, some of these raggedy fans pissing me off. Hey, it be like that. You know, what I told you the other day, everybody got that one crazy cousin, you know? Trap. Everybody got that one crazy cousin, Miss Patrice, that we don't like. You know what I'm saying? The one auntie who food we don't eat. Y'all know. Hey, when you go to the family function, you be like, who cooked this? You got to find out which auntie cooked this. You know what I'm saying? Before you eat the shit. Hey, so Miss Patrice, you know, it is what it is. You know, some of our family is just crazy, Miss Patrice. You know that. So don't let them piss you off. They just crazy. Shout out to Carlos Edwards with the $5 super. He says, man, I love the Cowboys. This don't stop ish. Hey, J-Run had me lit. Trap. Shout out to you, Mr. Carlos Edwards. Hey, real talk. The Cowboys is like that this year. We got the leadership to push through this. And now this season is dedicated to Trey, man. This season is dedicated to Trey. Noah B said, you funny, my boy. Hey, I just be being myself up here, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't help it. I'm silly, man. Bruce got a toxic. Oh, that's toxic Downey. Y'all got all this toxicity going on. Who the put raisins in a potato salad? You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to ask about which particular auntie made which particular dish. Or is that just me? It could just be me. You know what I'm saying? When I come in, I'm like, I might not ask the whole table, but I'm like, hey, who made this? Who made this? Who made the macaroni? Who made that? Which auntie did that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta check. Cause shit, everybody don't know how to cook and stuff, you know. Everybody's house ain't clean. Y'all know how it goes. Hey, man, look, so Miss Patrice, don't let them get you mad. Everybody don't know how to fry that bologna either, man. You already know that.
Fried bologna
Everybody don't know how to
sandwiches.
do it.
Fried bologna is so good, it's a different meal than cold bologna. I feel like when you burn bologna, you burn the poverty out of the taste. I can't eat cold bologna sandwiches. It tastes totally different.
Y'all know how it goes,
Trap,
man.
trap.
You gotta fry it a certain way, man. You know what I'm saying? You go over some auntie houses, the red stuff might be still on there. You know, they might not even know how to make the Kool-Aid. You know, y'all know what my favorite flavor Kool-Aid is. It's red. You know, red is a flavor. Hashtag red is a flavor. That's what we doing. Paul Regamore says, made old boy take a seat for a little bit. Who you talking about, Paul? He said the spam. Man, what you know about that spam, man? And the spam and what that mean? The sardines, the can of sardines, oysters and crackers. Y'all, man, I come from that, the cup noodle era. You understand? Cup noodle.
Trap.
Go in there and make a sandwich out of anything. Miss Patrice says, landlord, I'm trying. I had to log off and not watch any more YouTube last night. I was hot. Yeah, man. You know you gotta watch them, Miss Patrice. They'll be fine when they see this weekend. When they see this weekend, they'll believe again. They just gotta see us do it. That's all. They gonna see how this defense still stepping, and it's gonna get them back right. Yeah, hashtag red is a flavor, man, because it is, man. Who got time to explain to you exactly what flavor this is?
Trap.
Man, what, Mr. Keith, what you know about them Vienna sausages, man? You understand? Hey, we done been through it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you could keep all kind of food in the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? You keep all this food in the cabinet. It lasts for 38 years if you don't mess with it.
Trap.
Hey, man, do Viennas and sardines have expiration dates? Like, hey, who knows? Them things can last forever. Shout out to Big Dude with the $5 super. He said red is a flavor, fire though. It's the truth, man. It's the truth. You know, that red is it. You know what I'm saying? With the Kool-Aid, sir. It's too many different flavors. Like, I ain't got time to explain to you exactly which one it is, so just give me red. You know what I'm saying? Give me the red kind. No LB said, landlord, let me get $4 of pressed ham, $2 cheese. Hey, man, you don't know nothing about that ham and cheese? You know, with a little mayonnaise up on that thing. Mr. Keith said, my mom from Alabama. I ain't know that. Hey, well, you know something then. You know something. You know, you got to do what you got to do sometimes. Them sardines with the crackers. Y'all know I'm just up here chilling right now, man. I'm finna get ready to wrap this thing on up. I hope y'all enjoyed the show, man. Y'all let me know if y'all enjoying the show, the direction the show going in. You got any concerns, you know, anything you want to talk about right now, we can do it real quickly, and we can wrap this thing on up, you know. And landlord off today, too. Got an off day. Yeah, I'm real nefarious today. I got an off day.
Trap.
I'm not doing anything, you know, anything nefarious, but I do have an off day today. RB Nightmare says, like fire always lit. Understand me? You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with the red Kool-Aid, sir. You know, if you dating a girl and she don't know how to make Kool-Aid, sir, run for the hills now.
Trap.
That should be in the criteria. You know what I'm saying? That should be in the criteria. Hey, you know, you're a nice girl. You know what I'm saying? You can cook, all of that. But can you make some good red Kool-Aid? I need to know this before I make any kind of commitments. You know, I need to know. So Bland is taking Diggs' spot pretty much. I think he'll hold it down. Said landlord needs food stamps, WIC cooking show. Hey man, hey man.
Trap.
I might do one. He said, you got time to spin the block, rock with your boy? For sure, man. I told you, I got a nefarious off day. I ain't want to tell nobody, you know what I'm saying? Who knows what I might be doing with my time, you understand? It might be, the ops might be watching, the feds might be watching. They might be trying to spin on me, man, you know? You might not want to tell the FBI what you're doing.
FBI, open up!
You understand? So I ain't want to let everybody know, you know, don't tell nobody else. But I'm off. So if you want to do a show right now, Mr. ATM, let me know. I tell my people to spin back, and we'll crank this thing back on up. I might have another hour in me. Not many, but I got another hour in me at least. But yeah, I'll wrap this thing on up, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge your card. And hey, all my SBGs, y'all make sure y'all spin back and come and support Landlord and HTM Sports. Who knows? You may even see West Coast Cowboy come through there. So y'all make sure y'all hit that like and share for the squad. It will not charge your card. And let them haters keep hating on us, because you know why? Because we are the great.
Let the doubters see you making it, show them all you the greatest. I'm the greatest.
That ain't credit can get today. Collecting, man. F you, man. Go get some money. Ain't nobody getting no credit on no damn pride.